Did you know? A recent survey conducted right here in Raleigh, North Carolina, found that over 40% of seniors accumulate debt during their retirement years. This leaves many of our clients wondering what happens to their debt when they pass away, or whether they could be at risk of inheriting debt from their parents. Let's start with whether you can inherit debt from someone. The short answer is no. Under North Carolina law, you cannot be held responsible for someone else's debt, unless you were a co-signer on the loan or signed some sort of guarantee as part of the loan. And along those lines, know that being an authorized user on a credit card is not the same as being a co-signer. For example, if your parent added you as an authorized user on their credit card so you can help make purchases on their behalf, that does not necessarily make you responsible for their credit card debt. So what actually happens to debt when someone dies? Does it just go away? Not necessarily. After someone dies, their estate goes through an estate administration process, and part of that process is that any legitimate debts must get paid first before assets pass to the beneficiaries of the estate. Now, there are a couple of exceptions to this. First, it only applies to assets that are subject to these laws. That's usually probate assets or assets within a revocable living trust. Although a revocable living trust can help avoid probate, it won't avoid paying legitimate bills. There's also a priority of who gets paid in what order. First, a surviving spouse can claim up to $60,000 of probate assets before creditors are paid. After that, there's a specific order for paying estate bills. Usually things like funeral expenses, taxes, and the costs to administer the estate come first, followed by secured debt, and then unsecured debt. Secured debt is usually things like car loans or a mortgage where a lien has been placed on the car or real estate. Unsecured debt is typically things like credit card bills, medical bills, utility bills, or similar. If you're watching this video because you're the executor of someone's estate, beware. There are a lot of minefields when it comes to properly settling the debts of the estate. You must properly identify what assets are legally available to pay debts, whether all debts have been properly identified and validated, and the debts must be paid in the proper priority. We know this may be confusing or a bit overwhelming. If you need help determining your best course of action, we'll help you figure out your next steps. Just give our office a call for a free case assessment.